guys, so today I am doing my summer nail polish collection roundup video. I did one of these in the spring. I actually think I might have been wearing the same shirt. I probably was. But I wanted to do another one for the summer. Basically take all the mainstream collections that have come out so far this year that I've reviewed and give my overall thoughts on them. Since in my swatch videos, I kind of try to keep it factual and less opinion other than my favorite at the end. I figure I can put all of my opinions into one video for all of the summer mainstream collections. I did want to mention though, I was going through, just today, I was going through Gianna Nailstorming's Instagram looking for a picture that she had posted of a Candles by Victoria candle because I wanted to send it to my husband and tell him like how her candles are works of art. And I came across a picture she had advertised for her YouTube channel where she had done this back in the winter. So I thought it was a good idea, but apparently it wasn't my idea. So I did want to throw that out there that she came up with this. I think she's the only person that I've seen do it otherwise. So I will get started with the TransLink Summer Collection. So the TransLink Summer Collection was the Lite Brites collection. This was 12 polishes. TransLink, I think all their collections are 12 polishes. Maybe not. I think they have like specialty collections a few times a year that are 6. But for the most part, they're all 12-piece collections. They're seasonal ones anyway. So there were 12 polishes here, and I have to say, overall, I really liked this collection a lot better than the ones that we had for spring. Spring collection was really iffy for me, but I liked this one a lot. There were 2 texture polishes in this collection that I was really happy about. Papa Don't Peach, which was a bright neon orange, and then We Got the Beat, which was a purple with some gold glitter. I was really happy to see textures back in a couple collections for the summer this year because I really, really love textures, and I wasn't quite ready to get rid of those yet. Couldn't give up on them. So I was really happy to see those 2. There were 4 shimmers in this collection as well. This is what I like about blue, which was a teal with the gold shimmer. It was very subtle in the bottle. Stood out about the same on the nail. I'm not a big fan of shimmers, just in general, but actually one of my favorites from this collection was a shimmer. Lip Smackin' Good was a light pink, really hard to see the shimmer in this one. Let's Jam was a light purple with a blue shimmer, which was about the same as, I can't think of the names already. What I like about blue, finish-wise, shimmer-wise, Bite Me, I really, really liked. It was this really bright neon pink with gold shimmer to it, but I really, really liked this one. Generally, I don't really go towards shimmers, but I did like this one a lot. Then there were also 6 creams to this collection, which are all kind of unremarkable colors. I feel like I've seen them all before, and I know you can't do like 12 polishes, a mainstream brand anyway, can't really seem to do 12 polishes for every season and not repeat them overall, but like these 3 especially, I feel like I've seen from TransLink just in the last couple of years. Then you have a red and a pink, which are like even more dupeable. I Got a Blue Attitude was interesting. It was more purple to me than blue, but it was right on the line. I don't really care for these colors too much, but I think it was the most unique out of all the creams. So, if I'm talking very, very fast, I apologize. Essie usually does a neon collection and then a summer collection. They did Shimmer Brites instead of a neon collection this year. There were 6 polishes there, including the Essie 1000th shade, which was called Aim to Misbehave, and this was a yellow. Essie like hardly ever does yellows, so this was kind of a big deal. I didn't like this as much. I liked the idea that it was a yellow. The formula I found was a little bit tricky, actually. Not super thrilled with that one. The rest of these, just in general, I wasn't a big fan of. There's a lot of shimmer happening right now. There's a lot of shimmer coming back, and they have to be, like with this China Glaze one, they have to be like the perfect combination for me to really like them. Otherwise, I tend to not care for shimmer too much, and that's kind of how I felt about, I mean, including the yellow, that's kind of how I felt about all of these. So I wasn't particularly thrilled with that collection. The formulas weren't terrible or anything. I mean, they were a little bit tricky, some of the lighter colors, but just like shimmer in general, I wasn't really thrilled with. The next collection from Essie was the Summer Collection. And with the exception of Coconut Cove, which was a very, very, very almost white, off-white, which had a little bit trickier of a formula, still not terrible because this kind of color is hard to get perfect. I would say probably about average for that light of a color. With the exception of that one, the other 5 had fantastic formulas, and I feel like Essie does this, like the last few years of collections I feel like have been really good, with the exception of when they try to do something a little bit like off the norm for them, like the shimmers or like the cashmere mattes, things like that. The formulas I feel like are still iffy, but for the most part, they've really stepped these up. These were all fantastic formulas. One of my favorites was Viva Antigua, which is this turquoise with like a goldish green shimmer in it. The formulas on all of these, like overall, were really good. Moving on to Zoya. So Zoya for summer and fall does 2 6-piece collections. And this year they did 6 creams, and then they brought back the pixie dust polishes and did 6 more textures, which I was super excited about. But I'm going to talk about the creams first. Ugh. These were marketed as 1-coat creams. And I found that the majority of them needed between 2 and 3, and these lighter colors, the orange and like the pink and stuff, were really prone to bald spots and streaking. They didn't really want to spread out and level out on themselves, by themselves, excuse me. Blue and green, I liked. Dory and Ness, you could get them all to work. They weren't impossible. I think that because Zoya called them 1-coat creams, I had expectations already, and so I think they probably performed, I don't know, the lighter colors that were really streaky and needed like 3 coats but were still like an opaque thick polish that needed 3 coats. That's like a little bit above the or below the bar for me. The other ones, the not so light colors, they performed what I would say is probably average for a cream polish like this, but they felt so much more disappointing because they were marketed as 1-coat creams. So if Zoya hadn't done that, it would have been a pretty decent collection for the most part, but I just was really bummed about these because, like, how can you put that on and then go, we'll call this 1-coat cream? Like, how do you, did you look at it? So for me, none of them were 1-coaters or even like close to 1-coaters, and that's what made it disappointing. Otherwise, I think they would have been pretty okay. So the other half of the summer collection from Zoya was the Seashells collection. Sorry, the creams were Sunsets and the textures are Seashells. Those were 6 texture polishes. So for the most part, I really liked these. Levi was a little frosty for me, and I feel like I've seen it, not in Tomoko, because it's not nearly as sparkly as Tomoko, but what's the Godiva maybe? Trying to think of the other one. It's not an exact dupe, I just feel like I've seen it. Oh, you know what? I might be thinking of the OPI one. Honey Rider. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Really similar to that one. Some of these had really strong gold shimmer to them, which made the texture polish for me because I love when texture polishes have gold shimmer. Like, I don't know why, just gold shimmer in a texture polish is a really big deal for me. Some of them had holographic glitters, which was really nice. So these 4 here I was like pretty okay with. They weren't the worst, they weren't the best. I liked them. But this one, which is Zoe, holographic glitter, gold shimmer, light pink texture polish. It reminds me a lot of Harper from Zoya, but the textured version, which is like just everything I could ever ask for in a nail polish. So I was really, really excited about the pixie dust. Not a big fan of the creams, really happy with the pixies. So the last collection that I have is the OPI Retro Summer collection. I talked about the, why can I not even think, New Orleans collection in my spring one, because New Orleans is like spring/summer. That's how OPI does their summer collection. They do a spring/summer like big collection and then a bunch of little ones in between. And I talked about that one there because it came out so early. So this is the first one that's come out since then. It's actually a summer collection. These, I was really disappointed in these. I was very, very excited about these polishes. These 2, SPF XXX and Flip Flops and Crop Tops, had really good formulas, really nice colors, nice bright creams, 2 coats, great. But these 4, the rest of the collection, were very thin, they were very watery, they flooded like crazy, and they were really difficult to work with. It's not often that I come across a thin formula. Like, I feel like, maybe it's because I do so many indies, but I feel like for the most part, like, something's either good or it's too thick. But it's not often that I come across a formula that's really thin, and these were really thin. And on top of that, 2 of these looked really similar to polishes that came out in the Soft Shades collection. This one, which is Towel Me About It, was really close to One Chic Chick. It was a little bit more saturated than that one, but it was close enough I don't really think you'd need both. And those collections came out like back to back. Sailing and Nailing was close to It's a Boy, but I feel like it's a lot easier to justify owning this one and that one. But the formulas were just not good. Like, I was just not happy with the formulas on these at all. They were really difficult to work with. So that is my mainstream nail polish roundup for the summer collections. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later. Bye. See, this pisses me off. My phone doesn't ring. It's right next to me. It tells me I have a voicemail, but it doesn't ring. Like, my mom called me right next to me, never rang.